Well, my name is Jackie Appiah, and I'm an African actress, and I play Annie in this movie. I think everyone seated in the cinema or anybody watching at home, wherever you find yourself watching this particular movie, you love my character. Why? Because I play something different this time, and that's a taxi driver. And I've never played something like this before, so it was so much fun. And I guess my fans haven't seen me as a driver before, so this time around they will laugh as usual when they've laughed before, but then they haven't seen me as a taxi driver before. But this time they get the chance to see me as a taxi driver. Yeah. Yes, I love doing comedy, and I love anything that takes me out of my comfort zone, and I love to make people laugh naturally. Sometimes I don't even know I'm making people laugh, and they say I'm making them laugh. You know, people find me funny normally on a normal day, and then some of them are like, you need to do comedy. So whenever I get the chance to do comedy, I make sure I kill it. I think so far so good. I like the fact that she was a taxi driver who knew what she wanted, and she was an opportunist in a good way. You know, she doesn't let things pass her by. You know, and yeah. I've asked myself the same question, like when I was reading the script, if I was to choose any character in this script, who would I want to play? And it is Annie, because I feel it's different, and it's not I haven't seen myself play as a taxi driver before, as a driver before, so that is something that I fell in love with right from the moment I read the script. I'm like, yes, okay, this is something different. It's not the same old thing. And if I was to choose any character, it would be the character I'm playing, Annie. Nothing else, nothing less, yeah. Every single character is unique in his or her own way, so everybody brings something to the table. So I think the fans will love everybody. Everybody, yeah, everybody. I enjoyed being a DJ on set yesterday, not on set, off set yesterday, when we closed from work. And this is my first time being a DJ, and we were playing some music, and it wasn't just going around. I'm like, no, there's so many latest songs out there, guys. All right, let me handle this. Let me be the DJ for the night. And I took it, and I was great. I just started giving them from the old school to the new school. I took them back into time, and it was so much fun. Ever since I came to this resort, every night I'm always in my room. But then last night I decided to take a stroll to the poolside, and I saw some of my other colleagues there having fun, and they were dancing, and the music was stopped in between. I'm like, no, okay, why don't I be the DJ? And there were some other people that were here, another group of people that were here that started enjoying the music, and they just came to join us, you know. And I had even white people dancing to my music, man, like people people from Iran started dancing to my music. You know, they enjoyed the kind of music I was giving to them. They loved it. They didn't sleep all night. Then there was a dancing competition, so everybody just loved my work. Maybe I'll take up DJ one day. Yeah, maybe I'll be a DJ. Oh yeah. I'm an air hostess on Emirates, and I met him whilst flying my flight. No, the line was, I'm an air hostess, and I met James on my flight. I like that line because I felt like I was lying to that I was an air hostess. I was lying to the guests that I came to meet that I was an air hostess. But the way she said it and the lie, and I just enjoy it because sometimes I'm an air, and I'm like, I wish I could be an air hostess, you know. So I like when I see them serving people, attending to people, and then having to pretend to be an air hostess for just a lie. I think I like that. I enjoyed that particular line. Yeah, I met him on my flight, and yeah, and they asked, what does he fly? And I'm like, first class. Yeah, so that particular line I like. Working with Peter has been fantastic. He's a good director. I've watched his movies on whilst flying before, and I'm like, wow, who is this? And at the end of the movie, I was happy to see that it was a Ghanaian who directed it. I'm like, wow, so Ghanaian did something like this, an African. That's marvelous, you know. So when Salam told me that Peter was going to direct the film, I'm like, oh, why not? I would love to work with him. I've been on set with him and he's fantastic. I think everything, he doesn't make the actor get tired, you know. He's been on point from day one, and he understands the job. You know, it's like he has everything in his head, so he doesn't take so many unnecessary shots. He knows what he wants, so he just takes what he wants at that particular time. And yeah, which I think has made working with him very easy, easygoing, makes you understand the character. He's been fun, yeah, young guy, and he's very vibrant, and I like that about him. My favorite scene is the taxi driver scene when I meet James, which is being played by John DeMello, for the first time, and I keep hustling to sit in my taxi, but he doesn't want to, but I keep hustling, please come and sit in my car, come sit in my car, I'll give you a nice ride. And then he finally agrees, and he's walking to my car thinking he's come to sit in one Porsche car, and he goes and sees some Chenchamaka parked there, you know. Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite, that's my favorite scene. Laughter, happiness, you walk this out of the cinema with smiles on your face. You know, I think I love the comedy aspect of this film, and I think also you learn lessons from this film. There are things to be learned. Even while I was reading the script, I learned a few things, and yeah.